Okay, so welcome everybody, and thank you to Dawn for having us. We do attend pretty much every one of these, well, all of them, in fact, I've been to. And until day before yesterday, we didn't know we were going to do a presentation. So we're sort of winging it a little bit. But what we are Anonymous and Voiceless. We're a global organisation that advocates for the complete eradication of all animal exploitation. So our mission is to eradicate all animal exploitation in all industries. So that includes animal agriculture, pharmaceuticals, animal vivisection, fur trade, so on and so forth. The way we do this is we participate in a very specialist form of street activism. So what you see next to me, Justina and Chantal, they would normally be in a cube of 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, however many people that will make up a whole cube. Their job is to do nothing. They literally are a static art installation whereby we'll either be showing, in the normal street activism, we would be showing graphic footage of what goes on in the industries that most people as consumers are unaware that they're buying into. So we show literally animal slaughter, incredibly graphic images of animal agriculture, vivisection, and all the things I mentioned earlier on. The way that we do it is we literally stand in the cube just presents as it is, and its sole purpose is just to attract people. Nelly said innocent bystanders. Just to attract people. So people are interested and they come along and they think, what's that about? Why are these guys wearing masks? Which is quite a common question for us. The reason that we wear the masks is not because we're hiding. Everybody that's in the cube also does outreach, which I'll come onto in a minute. So the mask is just an ordinary Guy Fawkes mask, so not as scary as Dawn may think. People wear worse masks on Halloween, yeah, little children do it all the time. So they're just Guy Fawkes masks, and they represent, or they symbolise our commitment to end oppression. And all forms of oppression, which includes speciesism. So again, at the moment, people are exploiting animals, and they have done for many years, but now we're doing it on an industrial scale. So our job is to eliminate that. So where there's injustice and discrimination in the animal world, we're here to basically be the voice for the animals that are the voiceless. They can't speak, we speak for them. So what we would do, the guys would be in the cube, I would be an outreach. So when a bystander stands and looks at the footage or asks a question about the cube, what it is, what it's about, we have a very specific approach, which is called a Socratic method of questioning. So what we do, we literally go up to people once they've shown about 10 seconds, 20 seconds of interest, or if they come in and actually engage with us. We will talk to them and ask them, how does it make them feel? Do you know what we do? What brought you to look at the cube, or what brought you over to talk to me? That opens up very open-ended questioning, and then we basically just engage with the person to find out what they're about, why they're interested, where they stand, and what changes they're willing to make in their lifestyle for the good of the animals, the environment, and for health, which is basically all included in the package of becoming vegan. So our ultimate aim is to encourage people by giving them resources, giving them information and facts, which is why the truth sign is here, because we only deliver information that we can back up with scientific fact. So anything that we tell you, anything that you see, any questions that are answered, we can back up with what we call a closing card. So assuming that our engagements with you guys are very positive and you're actually serious about going vegan or even becoming an activist, we will give you a closing card, which looks like this, which you may find on your tables. And on that closing card is a whole host of information that you can look at to either answer questions that we may not have answered or that you may not actually believe. And there are also resources for support where you can go online, have a look, and it will basically support you for free. It's called Challenge 22 for months on end to become transitioned to veganism for a plant-based lifestyle, cruelty-free. So that's pretty much what we're about. So what would happen in an actual cube we're just about to do now. So I'm going to swap out with Chantal because we're not anonymous. We do wear a mask in the cube. Oh, I have a mask. we only wear the masks in the queue because it's a talking point. And then what we do is rotate every 20 minutes or so, and someone else picks up the mantle.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Chantal, and I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about how I joined AV and how I found it really as a member and as an activist. So I came across AV a couple of years ago. I went to a talk in Brighton during the Veg Fest there that they held every year. I don't know if you know about it. And their approach really suited me. I really wanted to do something for the animals because I went vegan for the animals first of all, and I felt that abstaining from eating or consuming animal produce wasn't enough for me. And I found that their approach really suited me. It's not a confrontational approach. It's not preaching. It's not judgmental at all. We're just inviting people to find out, where what they consume comes from. Sometimes, everyday life, we've got so many commitments, we don't think about what we buy, where it comes from, and we're just here to just set the record straight in a way and inform people, and maybe help them make the connection between their lifestyle that they may take for granted and the consequences of what they consume. And hopefully they'll make a connection. I mean, I've had a lot of conversations since taking part in the Cubes. And I've had a beautiful one on Sunday in Exeter, where a lady first looked at the screen and she didn't know what to expect, and she was quite taken aback, and she walked away. She told me, I can't deal with that. But then 30 minutes later, she came back to talk to me and say how upsetting it was for her to love animals and know that in her life she was causing suffering. And she basically did her own outreach. I didn't have to do much. She just looked at it. She was with her son. And she said that children should be informed about the reality, not being led to believe that, everything is dandy for the animals. And she basically switched in front of me, and it was the most beautiful experience, really. It's beautiful to be part of that and to share that with somebody. So I would like to finish with a quick quote that I think encapsulates what AV are trying to achieve. It's a quote from William Faulkner. Never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty and truth and compassion against injustice and lying and greed. If people all over the world would do this, it would change the earth. Thank you.
Thank you very much.